21, week 8 of the 2020 NFL season. My 49ers are 4-3. We played the Seahawks in Seattle, which should be a challenge. So let's see the injuries. Let's check the injuries. Josh Gordon is still out. Let's see if we could trade.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the Seattle Seahawks versus Joe Burrow and the San Francisco 49ers.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics,
What up,
you
Doug?
name it. This
How you
crowd is
doing?
ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get
This will
ready
be a
here.
good game.
They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all.
What are you doing, Doug? You still playing Resident Evil?
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April. From LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
Well, he did
14 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. That's not bad. That's actually good.
With the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit. Good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're going to call them productive?
You idiot enemy.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't
Fuck
he?
him.
How about that? Big-time game.
Christian Wilkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
Yo, hit the fucking ball, yo.
Christian Wilkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Rolling to his right. Got a man, Slayton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From midfield now, Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow.
Fuck.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow, and that will be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks get the football back in outstanding field position.
Number 8.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47.
Throwing Jones. Slant route by Edelman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry.
Oh my fucking.
And he will score.
Wow.
Touchdown Seattle.
Fuck Seattle.
Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2 yards on the play.
First down. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he stopped immediately there.
Melvin Gordon.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
On the stop. No gain on the play. And it's
on 3rd down, Burrow forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
24 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
That's going to be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Daniel Jones sacked. A 7-yard loss.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
For Joe Mixon, incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Jones. A quick pass to Cup. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now Burrow on 1st down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Jones sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd down, Mixon. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And he will get back to at least cover this. Certainly a sigh of relief there. But his offense going to be set up deep in their own territory now. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And now look at him go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Looking for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have moved out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Set to kick off.
Maybe time for 1 play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. 23-17, the final score. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. 34-22, that was your final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Handoff to Mixon.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Back to Mixon on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jones. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
On the move to his left. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially the second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 16 yards, a first down.
First down.
Now Burrow. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And this is incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Burrow on the keeper.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Jones on 3rd down, and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Being chased out left. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
That's good.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jones. Off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That's complete to Slayton. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jones looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Jones now throwing on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here we go with Burrow, rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off with it. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now off the bootleg. Oh no, he lost the football.
Joe Burrow sacked. Fumble on the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Burrow on play action. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Niners, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record.